Today on The Joy of Editing, I'm working with TOPAZ GIGAPIXEL 7. I'm taking an iPhone image that I've done a pretty aggressive crop on it. I'll be upscaling it 6 times and we'll see what kind of result we can get. Stay tuned. Hello everyone and welcome to The Joy of Editing with Dave Kelly. Today I'm working out of Photoshop and what I want to do is crop this image into a 1:1 crop. It'll be a pretty aggressive crop. Then I'll send it up into TOPAZ GIGAPIXEL 7. I'll upscale it 6 times. Now this image, if you'll note, it starts out as a 3024 by 4032 pixel image, which equates to like 8.4 by 11.2 inches at a resolution of 360. Now, I do realize I could have cropped this image in GIGAPIXEL 7, but I chose to do it here in Photoshop. And there's a reason for that, because I wanted to crop the image and then duplicate that image, because I also sent this image into Topaz Photo AI and upscaled it 6 times. So I want my 2 crops to be perfectly identical. And so I just did the crop here in Photoshop. And I will have Dropbox links for the image I upsized with GIGAPIXEL and also the image that I upsized with Topaz Photo AI for comparison purposes. And see, is there any difference between the two? Now, for GIGAPIXEL and Photo AI, I used the exact same settings. In other words, I used the same AI model, the same sharpening amount, the same denoising amount, and the same fixed compression amount, just so everything would be fair. Now, to crop this image, I just use Photoshop's crop tool. You could type C to get the crop tool. That's a shortcut. And then I just cropped in on it like this. And I'm using, if you'll note, a 1:1 aspect ratio. But I've already cropped that image right here, as you can see. And this is the image that I'll be sending into GIGAPIXEL. Now, I've already sent it into Photo AI and I already have my results, but I'll show you the 2 results at the end. And again, you can download the results for yourself so you can really see if there's a difference between the GIGAPIXEL image and the Photo AI image. Let's take a look at the size of this image after the crop. I'm just going to use my combo panel and click on size. As you can see, the crop is 2468 pixels by 2468 pixels. And in terms of inches, you could get like a 6.856 by 6.856 image out of this if you printed it with a resolution of 360. Now, I use 360 because that's what my Epson printer likes. By the way, GIGAPIXEL 7 is on sale right now till June 14th. 2024, so you may want to pick it up. You can save $20. It's originally $99. You can get it for $79. And if you're into Topaz Photo AI, I have links for all the Topaz products in the description below. When you use my links, I make a small commission, and this helps me to keep tutorials coming your way. And I only make tutorials on products that I really enjoy. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and launch Topaz GIGAPIXEL 7. I'm going to come up and click on File, come down to Automate, and look for Topaz GIGAPIXEL AI. If you wanted to upsize with Photo AI, you would click on Photo AI. But in this case, I'll click on Topaz GIGAPIXEL AI and we'll get started. Now, here we are inside of GIGAPIXEL 7, and I want you to note for AI model, I'm using the lightning bolt. You could click this on or off. Whenever it's green, it will pick out an AI model that it feels is right for the image, and that's what I'm using. And I use the same AI model for my Photo AI comparison. So I'm using standard. Now, if you hover right here, you can read about all the different AI models and what they do. So that's kind of nice. And as far as settings, we can read about the settings. If you hover right around here or over settings, you can see what all the different settings are all about. And again, I'm using the auto settings here. And also I use the same settings for my Photo AI upscaling. When working with Photo AI, you'll notice sharpen is called minor deblur, but I believe it's the exact same adjustment. Right now I'm zoomed into 100%, but if you come to the bottom right of the interface and click the drop down, you could zoom to any one of these different zoom levels here or fit the screen, whatever you want. And then you have different ways of seeing your image before and after. If you click the eye, you can see there's the before. Click it again, there's the after. You could click this button and then you could see a before on the left and after on the right. And then you could drag this bar across. You see that and see the before and after. Or you could do like a side-by-side view if you want to. I'm going to go back to just a single view. Now, I really like the auto settings I'm getting, and I just want to say one thing about iPhone images. I love using my iPhone, and if you do, let me know in the comment section below. And a lot of times I need to crop into those iPhone images, and I find Gigapixel and Photo AI give me that ability to be able to do that and end up being able to print some decent sized images, all from an iPhone camera, which is really cool. Now, even if I don't crop, I find that a lot of times I do need to resize that image. I may not go up 6 times, I might go up 2 to 4 times, depending on how big of a print that I would like to make. But if you have an iPhone, Gigapixel or Photo AI are products that I highly recommend to you. But not just iPhones, Android phones or whatever. These cameras are amazing on these phones today, and these products will really help you to upsize those images for prints. Now, we're ready to send this image back into Photoshop now that I have my settings as well as my AI model. And for test purposes, I'm just using auto settings. I'll click on Export to Photoshop, and I'll meet you back in Photoshop in a sec. And now here we are back in Photoshop. Let me click on size on my TK9 combo panel. And now you can see I'm at 14808 pixels by 14808 pixels. And I could print up to a 41 by 41 inch print at a resolution of 360. So that's pretty impressive. Should you decide to download the images, I will have them labeled on each image. This is the Gigapixel image, and this is the Photo AI version 3 image, so they'll both be labeled. But I do want to say something here, and it's kind of interesting. If I click on size, now this is the Gigapixel 7 image. Note that the file size is 1.23 gigabytes, whereas I'm going to click cancel. I'm going to click on the Photo AI version 3 image, and now let's click on size. And now note that this size is 627.4 megabytes. So it's relatively smaller, about half the size. All the other dimensions are the same. So what I want you to do is please download both of these images and then compare them and see what you think. Do they look the same? Because this might help you determine whether you should get Gigapixel or Photo AI. Now, if you go with Photo AI, you're going to get denoising, sharpening, where you can fix sharpening issues, and really great denoising, as well as upscaling. Now with Gigapixel, you're going to get upscaling as well as some basic denoising and sharpening. It won't be the same level of denoising and sharpening that you will get with Photo AI. So you got to determine which product is right for you, or do you need both? Does the larger file size for Gigapixel 7, 1.23 gigabytes, mean there's more information in that file? Download those 2 images and see for yourself. Now, I did save them out as JPEGs, but I saved them out at the highest quality. What I did now was zoomed in to 400%. This is the Gigapixel image. It's going to be hard to tell on a video. That's why you really need to download my images. This is Gigapixel at 400%, and this is Photo AI at 400%. See if you can see a difference. Again, Photo AI, and now this is Gigapixel. Gigapixel, Photo AI. It's really hard to tell. There may be a slight improvement on the Gigapixel image, but it is really slight. I can see it. It is slightly better in my opinion. But in all honesty, at least on this image, it's not that big of a difference. It's very minimal. Most people would never be able to tell. Well, there it is, everyone. Whether you have an iPhone or an Android phone or any kind of a smartphone with a good camera, Gigapixel or Photo AI are a great companion whenever you want to make prints, because we can get really good images out of these cameras now. When using my iPhone, I shoot in RAW. I don't like Apple's Apple RAW. I like to use Lightroom's camera app and use Adobe RAW for my iPhone, and I find I get the best results when I do it that way. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And if you're not yet a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe. Click that bell notification icon. Click all so that you'll receive all notifications. And then every time I upload a new tutorial, you'll get notified about it. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me today in the Joy of Editing with Dave Kelly. I will see you all right here next time. But until then, happy editing.